Greetings! I'm your host, Kiya.
And I'm your host, Kiya.
Welcome to the Meeting Show.
Since today is our first show, we thought it'd be fun to talk a little about us. Ready? Here we go. Say your name for the record.
My name is Nia.
How old are you?
8.
What's your favorite color?
Yellow, pink, and orange.
What's your favorite animal?
Zebras. My favorite pets are cats and kittens.
Why do you love zebras?
Because they have black stripes and they can camouflage in nature. Black and white are opposites, and they like to run fast, and I like to run fast too.
What makes you happy?
The sun, the stars, the rain, the moon, and skin.
My name's Kiya.
How old are you?
I am 7 years old.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is all the animals.
Hyenas, crocodiles,
And yubbity.
hippos, and
Yeah.
snakes. What's your favorite color?
All the colors.
What makes you happy?
You, your brown skin, me, my brown skin. My mom, my dad, home sweet home. And my family is so precious to me. Now, what time is it?
Dance right. Okay, time's up.
Now let's bring out our guest.
Yeah.
Hey. We had you down as a future guest. If you're ready. Now let's bring in our real guest, Raw Henry.
Yay! Hey, Be Amazing Girls. How are you today?
Good.
Good.
So, how does it feel to be our first guest on our first show?
This actually feels special. It feels amazing to be on the Be Amazing show. Imagine that.
So, can you talk about yourself a little?
Sure. I'm an entrepreneur, which means I'm a business owner, much like you girls are business owners. And your website is what?
Be Amazing Lip Balm.
That's correct. And what do you sell? You sell lip balm, right? Well, much like how you sell lip balm, I sell coffee. My coffee is organic coffee, which means it's grown without the use of harmful chemicals, much like your product. No pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicide, and it's a lot better for the health. And it's fair trade coffee also, which means with the people that grow it and pick it and harvest the crop, they get paid a livable wage. And so my product is special in that it's fair trade and it's organic. And I'm also an author. My first book was just released. It's called Once Again It's Kwanzaa Time, and it's a book about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, of course, as you know, is a 7-day holiday that's based on African-centered culture, and it includes the Nguzo Saba, What is the Nguzo Saba? Can anybody tell me?
Well, the Nguzo Saba is like special like parts of Kwanzaa.
Okay, but what is the Nguzo Saba?
Jima, Ujama,
Sure.
Nia Kumba Mani.
That's right. And
That's
so
what we need.
And so that's correct. The Kwanzaa is centered on the Nguzo Saba, which are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. And Nguzo in Swahili means pillars, and Saba means 7. So Nguzo Saba means 7 principles or 7 pillars. And so I wrote this book in accord with my wife, Heruhet Aunt Bara. We're co-authors. And the book is out now. It's available online. You can search once again. It's Kwanzaa time. And so I have another book also forthcoming, but I'm not going to say the title just yet because I don't want to talk too much right now about my unpublished works. But apart from that, I have also done radio. I've done FM radio since as early as 1992. The show I was involved with was called The Little George Show. And this was recorded, yes, this was recorded out we didn't even record, we actually did it live in Southampton, all the way out on the eastern end of Long Island. It was every Friday night. And it was an on-air show, which means it was on the radio. And it was an online show as well. This is before most people didn't have the internet. Most people didn't even have email. We were doing an on-air and online show. And I dare say that this was probably the first on-air and online underground hip-hop show. And so I think we kind of blazed that trail. Now, it's a lot easier to do online radio because you have things like blogtalkradio.com and people have blog sites, and it's a lot easier now to do internet radio, but I was actually doing it long before the rest of the world had even discovered what it was. So the show was every Friday night. It was 4 hours long. We had guests. I produced a portion of the show. I also interviewed guests, and I was actually did a segment of the show called the Hip Hop Study Hall, where we would interview veteran rap artists, and we would talk about their career and what they did, and then what they were doing, currently. After that, I did more radio. I did online radio at bringthenoise.com. That was out in Roosevelt, New York, and so that was a lot of fun. I did that with Wildman Steve, who was actually a rap radio legend out here in Long Island. He had did WBAU years before that, huge show. So I was lucky enough to get a chance to work with him. He also had a public access television show that I was involved with as well, doing much of the same thing, hosting the program, interviewing guests, just doing research so that when we open the mic to speak, we have something relevant to say. Apart from that, I also did wrote for a website called bringthenoise.com. This was a sort of an entertainment website, so I did entertainment writing, I did album reviews, I did artist interviews, I did any number of things for that particular website. And then in 2012, I actually started my own website, which is offthecorner.net. And that's an online magazine, I guess you could say. It features a lot of brand new music, interviews with artists, and a lot of current event news and information. And so that was I'm sorry, not Bring the Noise. I did Bring the Noise, but I did offthecorner.net. That's my particular website. And so that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We would like to thank our sponsors. Java Star and Healing Blue Lotus. Thank you for watching our show. You got there.